Hello art students, this is Mrs. Brand here. Today I'm going to show you how to set up your Scratch account and then use that account to create an animation of your name. The first step is to go to scratch.mit.edu. This is also linked in your classroom assignment. Once you're at this website, then you can click on the Join Scratch button in the top right corner. Here you're going to enter a username, and this should be something that you'll remember, perhaps the beginning of your email, but we're not entering our email address yet. Then you're going to enter a password. Make sure it's a password you remember, and then after that, you're going to answer the other questions that they ask. When it comes time to fill in your email, make sure you use your school email. And remember, your school email ends in .org. So if it's not accepting it, you can double check the spelling and make sure it's ending in .org. Once you say get started, it'll take you to the main Scratch homepage. From here, you're going to click on the word create on the top left, and then you can click on the tutorials button that's also on the top. And when you click here, select the Animate a Name tutorial. This will open the tutorial right inside your workspace. We're going to follow along with the tutorial as it walks us through the steps to create an animated name. The first thing that we're going to do is add on a backdrop. When you click on backdrop in the bottom right corner, Scratch will direct you to their backdrop library. You can choose any one of these that you like, or you can go to the unsplash.com link that's in your classroom assignment. Here you'll find high-resolution photographs taken by photographers that are free to use. And you might find something more interesting here than what we have available in the Scratch library. When you find something that you like, you can click it and then press the Download Free button in the top corner. From here, you can click the back button and then go to the backdrop button again and choose Upload at the top, and then navigate to that picture, and then it'll place that in as your backdrop. Next, we're going to add our sprite. A sprite is the object that we're going to animate. For this project, we're animating letters of our name. If we click on the sprite button that's right here at the bottom right, you'll notice that we get directed to the sprite library in Scratch, where they have 3 different fonts available for us. There's not very many fonts that we can use to create our own designs, so instead we will upload our own that we create using the Google Drawing template that's been shared with you. When you open this Google Drawing template, the first step is to say Insert Word Art. Through this step, we're going to insert each letter of our name as an individual word art element. When I type my B and hit enter, you'll see it comes up as an object that I can enlarge and change the color and stroke on. I can also change the font to one of the many fonts that Google has to offer, therefore being able to customize my name even more. I'm going to use the same font for my name just to make it easy, as I'm going to create 5 different letters. I'm also going to change the color with the paint bucket tool. I have the option of solid or gradient, but I'm going to use solid. Then I'm going to use the pen tool to adjust the outline, the white stroke around the B. Next, I'll say download as PNG. It's very important that we download each letter as a PNG because there's no background on PNG files. Now I'm going to copy and paste my B, double click it, and then change it to the next letter of my name. Then just like before, I'll change the color, and then File, Download, PNG. I'll continue to do this for the rest of the letters of my name. Now that we've created all of our letter sprites, we can continue with the tutorial. I'm going to click the sprite button and then upload my first letter of my name. The B looks rather large, so I'm going to double click on the size box below it and change that to 50 so that it fits better on my background. Now if I follow along with the tutorial, the next thing it shows me is that I can delete the default cat sprite. So I'll delete that. And then I'm going to do my first animation. So from the left, I can see that there are different boxes that I can click to do different things. The first box says that when the sprite is clicked, and I can find that under this menu, and then the next one says that it will play a sound, and I can find that one here under the sound menu. Notice there are no sounds available yet, so what I can do is click on the Sounds tab at the top, and here, if I click on this button on the bottom left, I can look through Scratch's library of sounds and mouse over the play button to hear what they sound like. Once I find one that I like, then I can click it and it will be added into my sound library, and then I can make sure that that's selected on the drop down of my block code. Now I'm going to work on my next letter sprite. Again, I'll change the size and move it into place. And here, it's telling me how I can change the color. So just like before, I'll grab the block that says when the sprite is clicked, and then I'll add a look block that says to change the color. Now when I click on the letter, it'll cycle through different colors. Now I'm ready to add another letter sprite. For this one, we're going to work on rotating it. So again, I'll find the same event code block that when the sprite is clicked, and then I'll find a control block that says repeat 15 times. And then I will find a movement block that says which direction, and then another control block to say how long. This rotation can get a little bit tricky because it's hard to make it line back up with the way it was in the beginning. But we'll move on to the next sprite and fix that later. So now I've got 2 letters left, and I'm going to add in the N. And for this one, I'm using my same event block, another repeat control block, and then a look block that changes the size of the N. And then I'll add another one to make the size back negative so that once you click it, it goes back to the original size. So that's the end of the tutorial, but I still have one more letter left. So I think I'm going to play around with some of the blocks that I already learned and see what I can make this one do. I'll try my event block and then a movement block. When I pull one of the go to XY blocks out when the D is where it started, I can save that, then move the D to another position, pull out that go to block again, and then add a control block in between. So now when I click on the D, it will jump out of place and then wait 1 second and jump back into place. But I still want to fix this A. I'm going to do some adjustments on my settings here to see if I can get it to go back to the original setting. And then I think I'm going to try to change the repeat to 4 times and have it just move at 90 degrees. Then, whenever it's clicked, it'll go back to the right direction. I'm also going to change my B because I don't think I want the B to have noise anymore. I like what I did to the N, and I think I want the same thing to be done to the B. So I'm going to go back to my N, and I'm going to separate the bottom of the command and paste it onto my B. So now the B will do the same thing as the N. And all I did was copy and paste what I had already created for the N. I'm also going to change the original event command to say that whenever the flag is clicked, all these changes will happen. Because I would like for this to happen all at once. And that's what you'll see me do here. And I also want the colors on the R to cycle through 8 times so that it goes back to the original color. So now I'm going to do some minor adjustments to my name animation before I'm completely finished. Now that I've completed my name animation, my next step is to enlarge my screen and screen record this so that I can submit it on the classroom assignment. By clicking this expand button on the top right, I can make my animation bigger and then click the flag to run the animation. Screen recording on a Chromebook is a little different than on a Mac, so here is a photograph of the instructions that you need to do to record your screen. Similar to how we recorded our chocolate battle game score. Once you're finished, then you will add this recording to the classroom assignment so I can see what you did. Thank you.